character check, but a character win was this.
Yeah, it was a good win. Anytime you can get a win in this league, it's huge. And that's a good opponent. So much respect for the coaches on that opposite team and the players on that Washington team. Again, so much respect for Coach Quinn. He's done an unbelievable job. So we knew we had to be on it today, and so we played a good opponent on a short week, and it was big to get a win.
We saw you go over to Jake Elliott when he was having his struggles. What did you say to him?
I mean, Jake's been so clutch his entire career and his entire time that I've been here too, and just like I would say to somebody that fumbled or dropped a pass in a moment, we believe in you. You're going to have to make a kick to help us win this football game, and he did to get us up that 16 points and 8 points or whatever it was. But we have so much faith in him, and that's what you do when the connection happens. I think connections happen when you can really build connections through tough times, right? And so obviously he was going through a tough time, but this team believes so much in Jake Elliott, because of his track record and who he is and the teammate he is, the captain he is, and just wanted to let him know that we all believed in him and can't wait for him to get his opportunity to go out and do it again.
Terry McLaurin only had one catch, didn't see it until the fourth quarter. I think Q lined up against him 20 times and he had 0 targets. What was the key to shutting him down?
I think, first and foremost, Terry McLaurin is a phenomenal football player. Man, I liked him coming out. When I was in Indy, he's an Indianapolis kid. We did a lot of work on him and just really think the world of him, the player, the person. He's been awesome in his career. With that being said, I think our guys did a nice job going against him. I think it started up front. We were able to get some pressure on the quarterback and force some scrambles, and we did a good job plastering on some of those scrambles. But just good team defense and a lot of credit to Q, a lot of credit to Slay, a lot of credit to the underneath coverage that was helping them go other places with the football. Or it just takes, again, being on good team defense takes being on the same page, playing with great effort to the football, which I saw a lot in this game, and then just tackling well. I think we probably missed a couple more tackles than what I'm used to us missing, but credit to their players that can, Austin Eckler, I was fortunate enough to be with him in 2017 with the Chargers, and he's still everything I remember him because he's pretty elusive in the open field. But that's the key to, getting off blocks, playing physical, and I thought our defense was lights out tonight.
Jalen Carter by Grant Calcaterra. How big of a play was that, and what to say about him that he was all the way down there?
Yeah, first, Dallas got to do a better job protecting the football. He swung the football there, and we'll get that corrected. Dallas was bummed about that, but good things happen when you get to the football. That we talk about that on defense. We talk about that on offense. When you're hustling to the football, when you're getting to the football, when you're playing with relentless effort, good things happen. And I think that, we've made a big emphasis on after the catch, who can you flip and find? Meaning, who can you flip and find and get a block on him, right? To be able to spring that thing open even more. And so that was just effort by Grant of, trying to set his teammate off to get a big gain. And then he's around the football to be able to pick that up there, In 2022, I think Quez lost a similar fumble in this game against the Commanders, where it was on a deeper pass, but they were able to recover it. That was a huge recovery. But again, we'll stress that because we'll really talk about that because like I said, good things happen when you get to the ball, and again, it's Dallas will get all the yards for that, but Grant made a huge play right there, and Grant continues to do things with the ball in his hand, without the ball in his hand, whether he's the number 1 tight end, whether he's the number 2 tight end. And we're winning football games because Grant's playing good football. It takes everybody. Not everybody's role is the same, but everybody's role is vitally important. And that's team football. And that's where you're proud of the guys of just playing good team football together.
Carter was out career high in tackles tonight. I know you haven't seen the tape, but is there anything that you can see from the sideline on his game, and how has he progressed these last few years?
He is a freak athlete. I really think that Jalen Carter, whatever sport he would have put his mind into, he would be a big-time player in that sport. And he's just such a good athlete, and he's able to get to the football. He's violent when he gets there. There was a draw that they ran, or it was kind of I think it was a draw, that he retraced and made a play and got a big hit on Jaden Daniels. And so, again, I just think that he's been playing more than all the guys. You guys would tell me, I know recently he's played a lot more than the other guys. I don't know exactly the snap count, but he plays with relentless effort. He plays with great athletic ability. He plays with great violence when he gets to the football. Made some, everyone will talk about the fourth down stop, but there was a couple plays he made behind the line of scrimmage that put him in the fourth down on that drive, which was a huge stop for our team.
Fourth down stop, what did that do for the team?
I'm sorry.
Fourth down stop, what did that do for you?
That was huge. That was huge. I mean, that's a turnover in our eyes. And it looked like they had something with the snap. I didn't see exactly what happened, but we got, not only did they have something with the snap, but we got pushback. I don't know who that was. We got pushback on the center and then the guard, I think, and then we were flying to the football. I think we've shown great athletic ability on defense. Again, it takes relentless effort, but shoot, you need good athletes out there doing it. So a credit to Howie and his staff of the guys that are on this field. We're an athletic defense that flies around and hits, and that's as that play got strung out, you could see the effort to the football, but you also could see the athletic ability to the football to make that play because Jaden Daniels is obviously a really good athlete, really good football player. It was good to be able to string that thing out and get the stop. It was huge. Because we went down and made it a two-score game. Was it 19-10 when we made that? Yeah, I think it was 12-10. Yeah, so huge, because then we went up 2 scores. So big stop, but it wasn't like it was a short field, right? The offense had to go do its job, and really we were able to lean on the big guys up front. Man. How special were they tonight? I'm really excited to watch that tape. Obviously, Saquon's going to get all the credit for that, but again, you can't be great without the greatness of others. And Saquon was great tonight, but that offensive line was really good. And, even on Saquon's touchdown, we got the receivers running off on that play. Smitty's running off, AJ's running off to that side where he's able to, that's effort. And I think our guys have been playing with extreme effort. And good things happen when you're doing those things.
The running game, Nick, as a whole, probably on paper, not where you wanted until the fourth quarter, and then do you get a feeling for that? You just talked about
yeah. I thought Kellen did a great job calling the game. I know it was tough sledding at the beginning, but he kept leaning on the run game as the game continued on. When you got a back like Saquon, I mean Kenny Gainwell, how about how he played, huh? Because we got into Kenny came in for Saquon, and Saquon needed a break, and we were going on the ball because we were having some good, tempo as we were on the ball and kind of had them on their heels, and we just kept going. And, man, Kenny played his butt off. But, yeah, you get the feel of that as the game. We felt like we were getting some movement up front. Again, that's a really good defense, great defensive coaches, great defensive players over there. They got some good youth over there as well that you notice and have some speed. But hold on a second. It was huge. It was huge that we were able to get that going, and Kellen just sticking with it, even though some of it was muddy early. But that's how it goes sometimes in the run game, right? It's ugly sometimes. It's grimy sometimes. It's like, but you continue to grind that out, and that really helped us put that game away.
What was the game? Jaylen Herz was kind of off. He was either holding the ball too long, or it's just his timing was off. Was anything wrong? Was just holding the ball too long?
Well, I'll have to look at the tape. I just, again, it's everybody that contributes to a slow start offensively. It's not just one person. This is a team game. It's always a team game, and it'll always be the team. And so I'll have to go back and look. What I'm proud of the offense, what they did tonight is that, they found a way, they found a way to continue to put points on the board. And, to be able to stretch that game out. Obviously, the defense did a great job of holding a good offense a down, but the offense just kept finding a way. We'll look at the tape. We'll see what happened. It obviously wasn't a great start for us. It was ugly, but sometimes those ugly moments turn into, again, part of it's the run game was a little ugly, and it wasn't as clean. But then as the game progresses, I'm just so proud of the guys that they do truly have this dog mentality of like, all right, it's not going good. Well, what are you going to do about it, right? It's just you just, all you can do is learn from what happened, and sometimes it's hard to learn from what happened within game because you don't know exactly sometimes what happened, but you put your head down and know that the only play that matters is next, and this is just such a resilient group that can really put bad plays behind them and move on, and they can put good plays behind them and move on. Like you said, when we went up, we were up 12-10, we get the stop. We go up 19-10, that was a good drive. We get another stop, or we get the pick by Reed, and we go score another touchdown. Like that is truly, it's so much easier said than done of how do you play the next play, but the guys did a good job of that.
What was it like at halftime from your perspective? Jalen's getting checked for the concussion. Are you putting in contingency plans for Kenny at that point, making sure that Jalen's okay? What's that?
Yeah, I got information really early on. I think as I was going into the locker room that Jalen was going to be, he cleared. But really, what we talked about at halftime was that, hey, this is going to be a grimy, gritty game, and just keep going because we know we're grimy and gritty. We know that team's grimy and gritty. A lot of respect for them, but we just kept going, and that was the talk at halftime. Like, hey, it's a street fight, and we just got. It's not about who's tougher; it's about who's tougher longer. And we all said that to each other, and we went out, and I think they got points right away. Right, I think they got 3 points right away. But then, again, just great resilience by our guys.
What does a great defense do for a team's mentality?
Yeah, again, I think similar to like when you're running the ball like we're running. We really pride ourselves. I think since I've been here the last 4 years, when we've played our best, we've played with extreme physical toughness, mental toughness, physical toughness, relentless effort. And I think that when you play, you think about the run game when you do that, you talk about the defense. Again, like what part of those things, when you describe defense, good team defense, again, we start with being on the same page, but everything else is about effort. Physicality, right? Toughness, the way you'd strike blocks, the way you get off blocks, the way you tackle, all those things, fundamentals and toughness. And so it just brings that light of we have tough guys. Like we're tough on this football team because we got tough guys. Don't like that. That's so important. You can't be tough if you don't got guys that are tough. And so I think it just emphasizes what we want to be as a team, the physical toughness, the mental toughness, the relentless effort, all those things umbrella over the word tough in our mind. And that's a core value of ours, and it's huge to the football team because, just like a big catch or a big run, a big hit does the same thing, right? Whether it's finishing somebody on the sideline as an offensive player or getting a big hit or a pushback on the defensive line. And we'll highlight the crap out of those on, when we review this tape, we'll look at those, and we just want to build on that.
The trick play, what was the thinking there?
Well, I'm sorry?
The trick play, what was the thinking there?
Yeah, we were trying to get a big play.
Was late, what went into preparation for that?
A lot of preparation goes into trick plays. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But a lot of preparation goes into it. They got us on that one.
All right, thanks. Jalen's on his way in.